The gallery is just going to speak for itself, so I never expect people to come down and actually support that, but seeing this means a world to me. I've been doing this for like 5 years now. I've been celebrating 5 years of Inkquisitive, and I've chosen to select them out of my artwork to be on the walls, and it's been an experience for the last 5 years. I met some wonderful people. Before I get into what I'm going to talk about in my journey and stuff, I want to introduce two people who've been the massive backbone of this tour, who have helped be part of this absolutely amazing experience. So I want to bring up Hoti and Hoti, Hindi and Manraj. I can have a big round of applause for them. They're going to explain a few things to you regarding the show.
Hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'd just like to say personally thank you for being here. It's an amazing artist. So I'm finally doing it, so I hope it's been everything you wanted it to be. With that said, you know, I've been collaborating with so many wonderful people over the last 5 years. Two of them which are the boys here, doing the shop, who've been wonderful. I'm sure that they've been creating the atmosphere, is that right? Yeah, exactly, so.
How are you guys doing? Are you having a good time?
If it feels squashy, there is more space at the back, around the back.
She got signed by Neo.
If everyone could just shuffle.
Absolutely incredible. I've seen him grow and I've seen his art completely just transform into something amazing. So I've been lucky enough to work with him. He's made an amazing illustration for me too, and I'm such a fan of his work as well as being a friend, and I'm so proud of you. So I just wanted you to know that. Oh, yeah. Is it down there?
I don't know, I'm just a host. I'm just holding the jacket.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Guitarist play?
Let's see. I could hold you, or I could hold it on the guitar.
And I can't sweep you off of your feet. Will your mind still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? 'Cause darling, I will be loving you till we're 17. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. Say, I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Baby, just one touch of a hand, or me, I'll fall in love with you every single day. And I just wanna tell you I am. So why don't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I see. This is love is crazy. Why don't you stay with me? Said we found love right where we are. You used to call me on my cell phone later when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone later when you need my love. I know in the hell I believe that could only mean one thing. I know in the hell I believe that could only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows that I've been left out. Boy, you got me down, you got me stressed out. Ever since I left the city, you place ain't going out more. Glasses on champagne out on the dance floor. Hanging with some girls I never seen before. You used to call me on my cell phone later when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Later when you need my love. I know when the highlight leaves, that could only be one thing. Yeah, I know when the highlight leaves, oh, be one thing. Oh.
Thank you so much for having me. I go by the name of Humble the Poet. Inquisitive, thank you so much for having me. Please make some noise for Inquisitive right now. Just like Inquisitive, just like many of you, I am a child of an immigrant, and it's so awesome to see how far the children of many immigrants have come. My father was a cab driver with a Master's of Economics from Japo University. And in 1974, he came out to Toronto and he couldn't use his education because it would require him to spend a couple more years in school. So instead he worked in a furniture factory, and from that furniture factory he jumped into the cab and he drove the cab for 30 years. He took my sisters, both my sisters and myself to university. I finished with 2 university degrees, one in IT, one in education. I worked as a school teacher, then I let it all go to be a rapper. But I could not do that without the support of my family, without the support of immigrants around the world that built all these countries. So can we please make some noise for the immigrants right now? This one is dedicated to all the immigrants, whether you are an immigrant, whether you are in love with an immigrant, whether you are related to an immigrant or you have yet to meet one. I start all my performances off with this one. It's called Life of an Immigrant. It is dedicated to my father and all the immigrants around the world who have allowed us to take chances, take risks in our lives by setting us up so wonderfully. It goes, they told us the grass was greener, with an endless flood of possibilities, Katrina. Watch him drown in debt. Land confiscated by the local government, so he flies high in a jet plane. Plain clothes just exposed him to the harsh winters of life, and his wife won't know about the sweat soaked in the banknote sent home. Boy getting grown, he starts to groan. His stomach's rumbling. He's hungry for a better life, now he's stumbling over foreign phonetics and those verb tenses. They laughing at his accent. It's not an accident though. His master's in economics is an honor. Most economic for a father, to have his ass in a cab and never bother getting out. That car always dream, memorize the route, and collect the fare. It isn't fair when they say you don't belong here with your long beard and that towel around your head. Hear what was said. So can the hate, can you relate? It's life of an immigrant. Thank you. Make some noise for all the immigrants in the world. Again, I'm so grateful to be here. I flew in yesterday early and a little bit of jet lag. Shout outs to Inquisitive for letting me sleep in until half an hour ago so I can have all my marbles ready for this. It's an interesting thing. If you were in London 20 years ago, 30 years ago, there weren't going to be a lot of art exhibits. The Punjabi people, the people of Sikh heritage, we've had so many people of North India have had so many hiccups in our history. It didn't allow for the flourishing of art. Like art requires leisure time. It requires peace. It requires, well, at least peace in your environment. You may not have the peace on the inside. And our history doesn't allow it. There aren't many influences that we can kind of tap back into. You can count on maybe one hand all the visual artists that we've had in the last 30, 40 years. And to go from that point in a short time, in 5 years, to fill up a nice chocolate factory and have this beautiful art, you know, that is a testament to you all. You guys are all wonderful art patrons, so please give yourself a round of applause for that. Everybody's so proper here. Everyone's just like, woo! If this was anywhere else, everybody would be going crazy right now. I have like 3 things thrown at me. And again, it's really interesting. Even when I first started performing, it's not only do I have to learn how to perform, the audience has to learn how to be an audience. You gotta give and receive, and I can give you guys energy, and I need energy back in return. So can I get some London energy, please, right now? There we go. Yeah, see, that's what I'm like. You guys are all soccer hooligans. Where are you guys at? Also, to be an art patron, you know, you are supporting the artist to the point that they can create this art. And art, you know, who can define art? What is art? Art is anything that you know, stimulates you. You see something and it inspires you, or it pisses you off, or it makes you see things that you've never seen before. That's art. And I'm very grateful to you for you know, I've known Amin from every painting I've seen here, especially the paintings he's done of me. You can see the evolution. So please continue to support your local artists, whether they're at Amin's level, whether they're coming out for the first time, whether you're supporting with your time, your energy, your motivation, or your money. Whatever you're supporting with, it is much needed. So please, one more round of applause for yourself with that. So the other thing about being an artist, and I know there's a lot of artists in this room right now, is one of the loneliest jobs in the world. When you're creating, there really isn't as many people around you. When you're sitting there putting your lyrics together, when you're sitting there putting the paintbrush to the paper, you're by yourself, and it can get so isolating. And even with whatever success you feel that you're getting, you just become isolated. And I wrote this poem called Popular Loners. And it's about the idea that the more popular you get, the more lonely you can actually start to feel. And it's odd because you can't tell people that, because they're like, oh, this guy's just being, you know, he's just being spoiled. He doesn't know what it means. Everybody would love to be in a situation. But you start to see things, and you start to go places that less and less people can relate to. And you can have less and less conversations with people, and they start to think that you're becoming pretentious, or you're becoming different from them, and it's a natural evolution. So this piece is called Popular Loners, and it was inspired by that idea. So if any of you are in the arts and you're feeling alone, kind of understand that that's one of the many costs of choosing this life, in addition to losing a lot of sleep and possibly losing a lot of relationships. There's a price to this. It goes, now we're popular loners, can't see around the corner. Ain't no step-by-step guys for this ride, but we on it. F it, I'm on one. And now I've been thinking about life and all the reminders that everything I got is prepaid with everything lost. Just the cards, just to play the game. Shame it ain't the same when you play fair. It ain't where you're going, it's where you are. So I'm flowing like I'm headed out to Mars now. Send them girls out to Jupiter. I said I'm headed out to Mars now. Cause you know they acting stupid when the things that you achieve start to match what they be dreaming. They gon' flock like they birds and you bred. And everything deceiving, only think what you believe in, only living out your life till you dead. So you cop it at the end, mother effer. I'm trying not to swear. Pop it at the end, mother effer. I ain't rolling with no suckers. Better pull back on that trigger for your dreams to get bigger. Figure fear is just the worst of it. Don't ever let it hurt you. Know your purpose, kid. Choose your purpose, kid. Don't let the wordless get inside your mind. It's your ride. Steer the way you wanna. Live the way you wanna. Love the way you wanna. Play the way you wanna. Pray the way you wanna. Love the way you wanna. Cause I do this for my nephews so they see when they get older.